Hi, welcome to the show. Today we return to London with Louis for some more training tips, but first on Pro Down we ask, what was your worst climb?
A route in Pembroke I climbed last year with David Simonite. I don't even remember the name of it. It was an excess, which basically means it's falling to pieces. And he fell off the second pitch and landed on me on the belay, which, you know, didn't leave a greatest impression of having my head up David Simonite's arse. So yeah, that would probably be one of them.
I can say a lot.
So the worst route is one of the traverses I did at Malablocco this weekend.
I don't know a bad route. Every route is nice.
Maybe, I think that's probably in Finland. That's for sure. Like really a slimy one, like yeah. That's maybe the worst. Yeah.
The rut normal route.
There's no such thing as the worst route you've ever done. They're all good.
It's probably one in the Lake District that took about 8 hours and it had the most horrendous approach and yeah, got attacked by bushes, etc.
My worst climb was when I dislocated my shoulder in the Peak District on a VS. Quite embarrassing. Okay, now it's time for Louis, who's going to teach us to climb without power. I'll let him explain.
Hey, I'm Louis. Welcome back to Vauxwall for week 3 of my training tips. This week we're going to be looking at my very basic training plan that's worked for me. To get stronger at climbing, I try and use as little technique as possible. Whereas to get better at climbing, I try and use as little strength as possible. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Climbing without strength is really important because it teaches you not to rely on the strength that you have. I've got a good amount of strength, but I'm teased all the time for relying on it way too much. I'd be able to climb a lot better if I was making proper use of my strength and not wasting it on moves that I don't need to use it for. Loads of people think they need to be stronger to climb harder stuff. For me and for lots of other people, I think they just need to be able to use the strength they have a bit more efficiently. I often don't get to the top of a climb because I've wasted loads of my strength on what could have been a fairly easy move because my feet slipped. So it's really, really important to practice keeping your feet on all the time. Another really important way to reduce the amount of strength you use is by keeping your arms straight as often as possible. Lots of times I see people on a climb holding themselves in like that when they could be nice and relaxed on their arms, and instead they're wasting all of their energy keeping themselves up into the wall like that. I practice climbing things as efficiently as possible on any climb which is sufficiently below my limit of ability so that I can actually focus on what I'm doing. On hard climbs, all I can focus on is holding on really, really tight. Whereas on slightly easier ones, I've got a bit of space in my brain left to think about, with straight arms, not letting my feet slip off, all of that sort of stuff that I want to practice. So it's important to remember when you're practicing this that it doesn't matter if occasionally your feet slip or you pull on your arms more than you wanted to. So long as you're aiming for climbing with as little strength as possible, you're on the right tracks. So that was tip number 3. Join me next week for another one. Bye.
Thanks, Louis. You guys will see Louis next week when he returns for some more training tips. Don't forget there's 25% off all helmets at Banana Fingers. I'm going to get myself that orange Petzl helmet thing. Well, I'll go with my t-shirt anyway. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.